Hi, this is a comparison of the REMAX Premier Group 70/30 compensation plans. On the left, you have the normal split, which is a 70/30 split with a $15,000 cap and a 5% REMAX franchise fee. On the right, we have the residual incentive program, which is a 70/30 split with a $21,000 cap and a 1% REMAX franchise fee, plus the opportunity to make residual income on anyone you sponsor into the program. Now, at first glance, you're going to say, well, I don't want this. Number one, I probably won't sponsor anybody, and I don't want to spend an extra $6,000 to get in this program because from $15,000 to $21,000 looks like you're costing you an extra $6,000. However, understand that until you hit the cap, you're actually saving yourself 4% in the REMAX franchise fee by being in the residual incentive program. Let's take a look at an example. Let's start at $30,000 gross commission income. So from your fiscal year until you have closed $30,000 gross commission income, in the normal split at a 70%, $30,000, you would have made $21,000. However, you have a 5% REMAX franchise fee. 5% of $30,000 is $1,500, so you would subtract $1,500 from the $21,000, leaving you with $19,500. At the same time, in the $30,000 gross commission income with the residual incentive program, again a 70%, you'd make $21,000, but you're only going to drop off 1% or pay 1% REMAX franchise fee or $300. Therefore, you would net $20,700 versus $19,500. So at the $30,000 gross commission income level, you would, if you were in the normal split, you would have lost $1,200. Let's take it up to the cap level. Now, I say cap because at a 30% onto the company at $50,000, 30% of $50,000 is $15,000. That's the maximum you're going to pay to the company. That's your cap. At this level, you're 70%, you would have made $35,000. However, you still have to pay the REMAX franchise fee of 5%. That would be an additional $2,500 you have to pay. So that your net is $32,500. At the same time, the $50,000 gross commission income with the residual incentive program, you had had your $35,000 less only 1% REMAX franchise fee or $500, so you would have netted $34,500. So, in other words, if you were in the normal split, you would have lost $2,000. And this is without sponsoring anyone. This is just selling homes. So if you look back and say, I sell between 10 and 50,000 gross commission income, that seems to be your normal type of business, then it shows that you would be better off being the residual incentive program, even if you never sponsored anyone. Now, to be fair, let's go ahead and take a look down at $100,000. At $100,000, both programs would have capped, okay, because the residual incentive program caps at $21,000 and the normal split caps at $15,000. So at $100,000, everyone would be capped. So let's take a look and see what happens here. At $100,000 with a $15,000 cap, you would have netted $85,000. However, the 5% REMAX franchise fee at $100,000 is $5,000, so your net would be $80,000. At the same time, with the residual incentive program, $100,000 minus the cap of $21,000, that would have given you $79,000. Subtract the $1,000 of the REMAX franchise fee, so now your net would be $78,000. So in this situation, if you are at $100,000 gross commission income, then you would have actually made an additional $2,000 by being in the normal split. However, somewhere between when you start out the fiscal year and have gone through making $100,000, if only one person that you talk to happened to join the residual incentive program, if you sponsor just one agent, then you'd receive 5% of the gross commission income of that agent for every closing they did. Let's assume they do an average $200,000 closing at 3% and make $6,000 gross commission income. So at 5%, you would get $300 per closing. If the agent just closed one home per month or 12 homes per year, you would make an additional $3,600. So at that case, if you just sponsored one person You wouldn't lose $2,000. You'd actually gain an additional $1,600. And that's just with one agent at one time. Understand, you may only sponsor one agent a year. Wonder if you only sponsored one agent, every other year. It's okay. It's not like we want you to go out and be a heavy recruiter. But if you have an incentive now to at least say, hey, you might want to take a look at this program, and they join, you can see that as it goes up, you make more money. On the second person you recruit that you sponsor into the program, now you go to 6% on both. On the third one, you go to 7% on all three. Fourth one, 8% on all four. On the fifth one, 9% of all five. And at 6 and above, you get 10% of them all. So let's say in 4 or 5 years, you actually sponsored 10 people. Well, if you had 10 people that were doing the same thing, only closing one home per month, average sales price a couple $100,000, you would have 60,000 gross commission income for 10 agents. So you'd be making $6,000 times 12, or $72,000 in residual income on top of the income you're making in sales. And it just continues to grow and it continues to grow, has no limit. So that's why we want people to be aware of what's going on. Now, there's also a really interesting phenomenon you need to be aware of. If you are up in the 200,000 range, let's say, or even anything above 150, you notice here at $150,000 is actually a break even. At 150,000, you're going to net the same amount on either program. Anything above 150,000, even with no sponsorship, you're going to make more money in the residual incentive program than you will in the normal program. So if you normally do $150,000 gross commission income or above, you're much smarter to take a look at this residual incentive program and see that you're going to be making more money in the residual incentive program than you will in the normal split. So give me a call. This is Jim Hayes, and I'll be more than happy to chat with you about this and give you all the details of the residual incentive program. You guys have a great day.